Well, Mike, once we think we know what's going on in the college football world with NIL, something throws up like we see what happened at Tennessee. Were you surprised by that? And is it just one of those things where we're learning as this thing goes along?
I don't think it should surprise any of us, right? We can talk about this forever, but we're trying to build an NFL system in an amateur model, and we don't have rules, we don't have regulations, and we don't have leadership in one position that controls all of us. And so you're going to continue to see more of this, and there's two people to look at in this situation. The young man, you can't blame him for what he's done, and you can't blame Tennessee for what they're done. The leadership and how we got to this position is who to blame. Both of them are doing what they think's best for themselves or the university. So until we get the amateurism out of what we're trying to get accomplished and we get leadership, we're just kind of all rolling with the punches.
Do you find that some of the money being thrown out in reports, or maybe in reality, is overstated? And is it going to come down to earth? Because it looks like he may not be getting as much money as he was getting at Tennessee.
So a year ago, 2 years ago, and maybe even up to 3 when this first started, the money, in my opinion, was blown out of proportion and was not what it said it was. It is now. We've seen the contracts on the majority of the young men across the country that even if they don't come here, their agents have provided us with the contracts and showing us what other schools are paying them. So the money now is accurate. It's hard to believe, but it's accurate.
How tough is it when you think about it, too, when you have a coaching staff that's getting paid less than the athletes? What does that mean for college football? It's a different world than 5 years ago.
It's interesting when you think about it, but I'm going to go back to what I said originally. This is a professional sport now. We just haven't said it is, okay? And when you're in a professional sport, the people that are actually going out there and competing, and in football, the gladiators, the one that are taking all the beatings, they're the one that are going to make all the money for the most part. And so as we migrate toward whatever system that somebody decides we're going to use, it's going to be that way, and it's going to continue to grow because this is an entertainment business. The fans show up to watch the players, not the coaches. And for that reason, now that this has become what I call a professional sport where you try to get an education, it's going to be that way.
At any point, based on your college career, have you ever thought, damn, I was born in the wrong decade?
No, because if I'd have had that much money, I'd never have made it. I'd been history. John, I'd been like the guy that played at A&M, Johnny Manziel. Probably. I'd have blown all my money and no telling what would have happened. So I'm glad that I didn't have that much money.